the juice now, man.
What's up, guys? PizzlesTechTime, back again with another quick video for you. Today I'm just going to show you my settings for the Xbox One X with a LG OLED TV. Now, it's really quite simple for having settings for your own television, but when you get into HDR gaming, there are many settings for different televisions. So I just want to show you my settings, and hopefully this will broaden your horizons on the HDR settings menu here. So what you're going to do is you're going to actually press select or start. If you actually press start, it'll take you to the main menu here, and then up in the left hand corner here you'll see, so up here you're going to press the left toggle. You're going to press this left key right here to get into the menu, and then you're going to go into your options menu, and then you want to make sure that your brightness settings are kind of right in the middle. I have mine set kind of low because the settings that I actually want to adjust are going to be the HDR settings. Now, I went online and I actually already did research upon purchasing my 2017 OLED, and I know that my luminance is 1000 nits. Now you can go ahead and adjust this to whatever you see fit. It's not going to damage the TV, but I will go ahead and show you that if you lower it, it does change the picture. But if you raise it, see 1000 nits, it's still changing. But once I go above 1000 nits, you will notice that it's not changing. The reason that it's not changing is because my TV is not capable of going above 1000 nits. My specific TV is not capable. 2017 OLEDs are capable of 1000 nits of peak brightness. So I'm just going to set it at 1000 nits because that's what my TV is capable of. If you want to play around with this, you can do so. So now Paperwhite is where you get into kind of personal preference here. What I've kind of found out is that you can set it pretty high and it doesn't really deteriorate the picture much. So I'll set it to 600. I'll show you what it looks like. I think if you press A, it sets it to 299 for me, which is like the halfway point. But I'll show you what 600 looks like. It doesn't look bad. It looks really bright. So I'm recording this in HDR 4K, so hopefully when I take this into edit, I'll be able to post it like that. Wow, that's weird. You're looking at that leaf and the texture looks terrible. But we'll come out here and look. It's rather bright. I don't think it looks bad, so I could actually keep it there, but I'm actually going to left toggle, go to my options again, and I'm going to set it somewhere in the middle, just because I feel like that's a safe point to be at. So I'm going to set my Paperwhite at 400. So as you can see, it's not super bright, and I like it this way. Now also, I'll show you some of my other settings that I have set on my LG OLED. I'll show you some other settings on the LG OLED remote. So I'm going to hold this settings button right here to get into the settings menu. And I'm going to check off, you want to have game mode on if you're playing a video game. And I put my OLED light at 90 just because I want it bright, but I don't want it too bright that it's going to increase any burn-in. Contrast is at 100%. If you turn it down to maybe 90, you might like it a little better. I don't mind it at 100% on HDR, so I keep it at 100. Brightness is at 50%. Sharpness is at 20. I don't mind it at 20. Some people like to turn it down. Like I said, it doesn't bother me at 20. Colors at 65, that's the default for HDR. Tints at 0. The color temperature is something that you can play around with. A lot of people like it at warm 45. I'm somewhere in the middle here. I like it at W35, I like it at W40, and I like it at W45. It depends on really my mood, but I found that somewhere in the middle works good. I like W40 right now, but you can put it at whatever you like. I think the default is C5, but that might be for non-HDR content. Now C5 looks perfectly good, but that is, you know, personal opinion. If you want the warmer picture, I think that is, if you're a professional calibrator, I think this is like what things should look like. But for my eyes, I kind of think this looks a little better for me. So if you go into advanced controls, you're going to see that I do have dynamic contrast on. Well, what dynamic metadata does is it'll like make HDR10 content almost like Dolby Vision content, where it has dynamic metadata and it will read it. This will actually let the TV read that dynamic metadata. And I don't think it works on game mode, but just in case a software update comes out and allows it to, I will have this on right now. So if you turn it on high, it changes the picture a little bit. I put it on low, like I said. Dynamic metadata is not working right now for game mode, but I put it on low just in case a software update comes on and it does start working in game mode. So that's why I have it on low. So for your other inputs, if you want your TV to have dynamic metadata on, you want to have it on low. So just in case you don't have it on in other inputs, you want to make sure you do have it on low. Okay guys? So those are some of my settings for game mode. Color gamut is auto, because that is what you want when you're watching HDR content. Auto is kind of like it's kind of like tells the TV to switch the wide color gamut automatically, and that was from what I've learned from researching. This is what you want to have it on. So it's on auto. Super resolution is off. Motion eye care is also off. This is not a good one. This adjusts the brightness by analyzing image movements to prevent glare and energy consumption. You do not want that on. True motion, you cannot have that on when game mode is on. And the reason that you want to have game mode on is because that reduces latency and input lag. And you really don't want input lag when you're playing video games, obviously. Also, when you're in the settings menu, if you do leave the settings menu on too long, you will get a little bit of burn-in, but that'll go away once you turn it off. I have noticed that if you do leave this menu on for too long, and then you switch to a different screen, you will see these settings icons. I haven't seen it since I got this new TV, but I have seen it in other televisions. But that was just a quick overview of some of my settings, guys. Thanks for watching, and remember you can follow me on social media at PizzlesTechTime. Thanks for watching, and remember you can like this video if you liked it, subscribe for more, and I'll holler at y'all later.